With spring training on the horizon, I wanted to take a look back at three hitters who didn't get nearly enough attention for their breakout 2025 seasons. Let's kick it off with D-back shortstop Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo brought a more impactful offensive presence to the D-backs lineup this past season, while also maintaining the elite plate skills that have always defined his game. He's one of the most disciplined hitters in the league. He rarely expands the zone and is consistently putting together quality at-bats. This past season, he actually walked more than he struck out, finishing with a 13.1% walk rate and an 11.5% K rate. That level of plate discipline is supported by excellent contact ability. His 12% whiff rate ranked well below league average, showing just how tough he is to beat inside the zone. In previous seasons, Perdomo's problem wasn't making contact. He's always been a contact machine. It was the quality of contact that he was making. Much of his contact was weak, producing limited impact and value despite the strong approach. This past season, Perdomo made meaningful changes designed to better leverage his contact skills. First, he increased his bat speed by nearly 2 miles an hour from both sides of the plate, which is a key step for him unlocking way more raw power. Just as importantly, he began catching the ball more out front, which allowed him to elevate and pull more pitches consistently. Damage is done to the pull side. That adjustment is reflected in his air pull rate, which rose from 15.1% in 2024 to 19.9% in 2025, which is a clear indicator of a more intentional effort to drive the ball with authority to the pull side. Now we'll dive into his swing profile and how he looks mechanically. Perdomo's swing is really simple and efficient. He's a relatively flat swinger, which pairs really well with his elite contact skills, and it allows him to consistently stay on plane through the ball. From the right side, Perdomo sets up with a wider base and uses a big leg kick before he gets into two strikes. He does an excellent job of staying stacked on his backside while maintaining balance and direction throughout the swing. His barrel tip helps the barrel drop into slot way more efficiently, and it keeps everything sequenced correctly. He also is creating more space in his hips, giving his hands room to work through the ball and to get the barrel out front for pull side damage. It's a compact, powerful move that takes advantage of the 2 miles an hour of added bat speed that he's had. From the left-handed side, his swing looks way simpler. He uses a small toe tap stride and gets his foot down really early, which helps him stay on time consistently depending on the pitch. His barrel starts flat and stays flat throughout launch, and he creates a short, direct swing path that still produces pop thanks, again, to the increased bat speed. Overall, both sides of the plate show clear intent and efficiency that has turned Perdomo into a much more complete hitter in 2025. With his elite plate and contact skills, I wouldn't be shocked if he maybe sells out for a little bit more power because there's still some more juice in there that he can tap into. Moving on to our next guy, who I think probably has the most upside in my opinion, is Miami Marlins outfielder Kyle Stowers. Stowers has become a regular in the Marlins lineup since being traded from the Orioles in 2024. Before his late injury in the 2025 season, Stowers was the most exciting hitter in a young Marlins lineup. Getting into his profile, Stowers has always been able to hit the ball hard when he connects. He has had above average barrel rates in 3 of the 4 seasons he's got action. And in 2025, his barrel rate jumped from 8% to 19%, which is in the 98th percentile, due to some approach and mechanical adjustments. Taking a look at his swing and his swing analytics, Stowers has a swing with really simple moves. In 2025, he opened up his stance quite a bit. He now has a leg kick and minimal hand movement in his load, super short swing because of this. He doesn't turn his upper half nearly as much internally in 2025 as he did in 2024, and he's also starting his swing way earlier, which allows him to now see the ball longer and be way more adjustable on different pitch types, pitch heights. When you dive into some of the bat tracking numbers, his bat speed jumped over a mile an hour to 75%, pushing him into the elite of elite in bat speed status. He unlocked way more raw power, as seen by his career high max EV jumping almost 4 miles an hour to just about 114 miles an hour. He unlocked this bat speed while still being able to keep his short swing, and this combo has allowed him to make way more contact and harder contact with that. Approach-wise, what he did so well this past year is hammer fastballs. Prior years, he struggled mightily against fastballs, and it's really tough to be a great big league hitter if you can't hit heaters. He's really good at driving balls hard the other way, and you see that approach in his at-bats, just watching them. He tries to stay in the left center gap, but also has the awareness that he has a short, fast swing, so if he gets something hard in or a hanging breaking ball that he can just turn on and pull it for a home or two. That awareness and approach led to a 23.5% air pull while also being able to do tons of damage the other way, which in turn led to way more power production across the whole field. These changes and adjustments allowed him to have a breakout 2025. He made way more hard contact and just contact in general, dropped the whiff rate 4%, K rate was down almost 10%, and he also chased out of the zone less. With his ability to hammer fastballs when he makes contact, all of these changes should see him, in my opinion, catapult into superstardom. The last guy we'll talk about is Michael Busch of the Chicago Cubs, who's another guy who has gotten an expanded role after being traded from the Dodgers to the Cubs, which has helped him develop into one of the key pieces of the Cubs offense. The major developments made have been in plate skills and bat to ball over the last 3 seasons. In limited opportunities with the Dodgers in 2023, he had almost a 30% chase rate to go along with a 30% whiff rate. Not great. In 2024, he made massive improvement in limiting chase and a minor improvement in whiff rate, leading us into the 2025 season where he maintained the improved strike zone awareness and made huge progress in swinging and missing less. Whiff rate down to 25% from 30% in 2 seasons, and his K rate is down 5% to 23.5%. This in turn helped him barrel more balls, leading us into the improvements in contact quality. His barrel rate jumped from 11.2% in 2024 to 17.1% in this season. His squared up percentage is up. He made more contact in the zone than ever before, and he did all of this without any major changes in the underlying bat tracking numbers. Bat speed stayed relatively the same, swing tilt and attack angle basically exactly the same as prior seasons. So the question becomes, how did Busch make this big of a leap without any changes to the underlying bat tracking numbers? I think part of the answer is that he does a really good job of pulling the ball in the air. So even with below average bat speed, he can now maximize his power output. But I think the biggest thing is he now understands himself as a big league hitter. Before, he had to worry about playing time. He's always looking over his shoulder, so he can't actually make adjustments. Whereas now he has an expanded role with the Cubs. He's playing every day no matter what. So he can make approach and swing adjustments without any worry. So he's now understanding that he can shrink his zone and try and do damage on that and maybe fail a little bit, but he's going to play no matter what. So he can fail with making these adjustments, and then the adjustments come together. He has success, and he's been able to take giant leaps because of that. Some of the mechanical adjustments he's made, he's closed off his stance and is standing taller in his setup. Before these changes, he's always been able to hammer down in the zone, and I think both of these changes now allow him to stay on the ball longer and be more adjustable in his legs to adjust to different pitches and different zones that he had trouble covering before. While I don't know if the home run numbers will reach above the 34 that he had in 2025, I do believe he has made and will continue to make the adjustments that will make him a very successful big league hitter throughout his career. Now, these guys flew under the radar in 2025, but I don't expect that to happen in 2026. I think they're going to have just as big or bigger years in 2026 as they did in 2025. So expect to hear a lot of these guys talked about next season coming up.